Welcome, everybody, to the Victory Success Call with Vanessa, your Victory Factor and education leader, confidence coach, speaker, and author. Welcome, you guys. Today, we are going to talk about your product funnel versus your sales funnel. And I figured I would tackle this today after university because and don't tell Robert, but I just wanted to define it a little bit. No, tell him. Do tell him. Actually, I should tell him. But I've come to kind of I had a little bit of an epiphany of my own. Because I know when you guys go through university, you set up your sales funnel. And I went through I watched a short presentation from this lady called Brianna Gunn. She's awesome, at the magazine retreat that I did with Leah. And during this presentation, I kind of had an epiphany about the difference between your sales funnel and your actual product funnel. So what Rob has you guys set up in university is your product funnel. Because, you know, you go through your, and actually I would kind of almost like to call it a product ladder, because you're going to look at your products that you have and see what is your entrance product and what's your high ticket offer product, right? However, we do suggest you just sell your high ticket offer. But it's always good to have those intro products for people to kind of introduce them to you, because as we all know, people like to know, like, and trust us before they buy, especially if they're going to buy that high ticket offer. And something that Leela and I discussed too, is that you need to spend a certain amount of time with people before they're willing to invest in you, right? So Anne and Dawn, have you both like narrowed down your product funnels? Like, what are the products you have? What's your lowest ticket offer, and how does it lead to your high ticket offer?
No, I haven't because I know that when I was at university, it's a year ago now, and I remember Rob saying, don't open the marketing box until you've got your offering and you've got, you know what it is that you're doing. And I didn't at the time. So of course, because when Rob and yourself had suggested that I do that education program, I kind of threw myself into that. So I haven't even looked at the boxes yet, but I understand that I need to have that way of filtering people in to me, give them something free. So what I'm considering, and
you don't have to have something free, Dawn. You don't have to. You can.
I was thinking of getting people into my newsletter so that I can then MailChimp them every couple of weeks with specials and things. So that was going to be a starter, but I need to know who to speak to about that. Is it yourself or would it be Rob?
All right. So this is really what we're talking about today. So this is great. I'm glad you mentioned sending that email out once every 2 weeks or whatever, because we're going to talk about your sales funnel now too. Hi, Leela. Welcome, honey bunny.
Hello, Chica. I went to the wrong number. Then I went to the Vanessa Zoom with the wrong Zoom. But I'm telling you,
you got to get that R at the end. That's the tricky part.
She's a difficult girl to get a hold of. That's what it is. She's difficult.
No, not really. But I'm glad you're here, honey. So I'm just discussing with our peeps here today and you the difference between the product funnel and the sales funnel and how that looks. And so especially for our educators too, if you want to lead people to your education, what would that look like? And so, Anne, have you had a moment to actually look at what different products you have and what your product funnel looks like?
Okay. So I'll tell you, first of all, the funnel to me is like, when I hear the word funnel, I want to run. Yeah. And secondly, what is in one sentence the actual difference between the product and the sales funnel there?
Okay, so the product funnel will be the tier of products that you have, like from your so I have for instance, this is what my funnel looks like, right? So I have my book, which is $20, right? And then I have my show up program, which can be anywhere between $97 and $197. Then I have my victory factor, which is now $4.99. And then I move on to my high ticket offers. I have a $3,000 and a $5,000. Thank you, Leela. And so that's what my sales funnel looks like. Oh, not my sales, that's my product funnel.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about sales funnel, we come back to what Dawn just mentioned. Now we're talking about how do you get people involved in your product funnel? You do that through your sales funnel, which could involve anything from social media posts, email marketing, all
webinars, workshops, things like that. But they're all free, right?
Well, yeah. So free workshops would also be part of that sales funnel.
People's platforms, like I'm doing this afternoon and next month. Okay.
Right. Or
so I'll tell you where
webinars.
I am with this is that I have no funnel.
Right. And that's okay.
No list, but I do have all this content and all this stuff in, that's got to be out. And I have a basic idea of offers, but I really need to get this done, so that I've got something to offer these people when I talk to them. And that's what I'm working on all day tonight, all day today. So that's because it's at 6 o'clock tonight.
And Leela, I'll get to you in a second because I want you to just also explain to the girls, because I know you and I have talked about this. A lot of times a product funnel is one way to go, but it's also really important to sell your high ticket offer. Okay. And so Leela, do you want to chip in on that? Because I know that's your thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to get my place ready.
Hi, Laura.
I didn't know what I was doing.
That's okay.
Hi, sorry, I was on.
Yeah, I love this conversation. I almost think of like the funnel kind of what one of my coach says is we're always in the funnel. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, no matter where we go, we can meet somebody who needs our help, right? And so we're always in the funnel. And so there's this idea sometimes that we need to go have a ladder, like you have the small thing, then you have the big thing up top, and then you got some stuff in between, right? Well, there's no reason that you have to like start on the bottom rung of the ladder.
Right.
You could actually start on the top rung of the ladder. So the idea I would say is lay out your funnel, like here are the things that I can sell, and then step back and be like, what do I want to make? If I want to make 6 figures, if I want to make 20,000, if I want to make 50,000, like whatever the number is, then figure out from there, like, well, where do I want to put my energy? Because you can't really do all the things all at once very well.
Right. Thank you, Leela. And so that kind of brings me to my next point. And this is what I learned from Brianna Gunn last weekend. And I knew this, but she just put it in such a way that made it so clear. And it was that you have a sales funnel for each one of your products. Okay. So you can set up an autoresponder series for each one of your products, and you can start anybody at any point of that process. You can also link your sales funnels to each other. So you can lead them from one product to the next, to the next, to the next, depending on what system you're using. Some systems allow you to do that and others are more limiting. But my point is that you can set up a series of autoresponders in your CRM. Does everybody here have an email system that they use? Like a way to set up emails, send out emails, like a
MailChimp, yeah.
Yeah, or you don't. And so I really suggest, and this one's quite limiting, but I love it because it's very easy to use. It's what I've been using for a while now because I'm waiting for GrooveFunnels to get their crap together. But I've been using Flowdesk and I love it. It has limitations, but it's pretty, it's easy to use, and you can create autoresponders in there. You can create forms where you can collect emails. You can do everything you need to do in there, and it's really inexpensive. Little tip, sign up for the free trial. And then about 3 weeks into that, you will get an email from them where they offer you a 50% discount for a year.
You know, I've been dabbling in Jotform and what's that other MailerLite.
Yeah.
And that type of thing. So I've got.
But I suggest sign up for one. You need it. Laura, do you have one? You have one. Yeah, you do. You do.
Well, I'm almost done paying for Groove Funnels, but I have no one to help me with that or know anything about it. So I now have started MLSP because Marla's here to help me with that. That has worked with her, and they have an automated responder already set up. And
Good.
I'll be going through a class on it this weekend. So
Okay.
we'll have one soon.
Okay. Yeah. And once Groove Funnels get their crap sorted out, they're still in beta. It's just a mess. So just have something, but also remember, this is just one way. So email campaigns is good. But what I'm going to tell you next, you can apply that to social media posts, direct messages, any way that you choose to lead people into your funnel. And so, are there any more questions about this, the email marketing piece? So what I want to do next is I want to tell you what that sales funnel technically should look like, because we don't want to just sell, right? You want people to get to know you. So the suggestions by the expert is to set up your funnel so that every third and fifth communication has a soft pitch. Now, what is a soft pitch? Anyone want to guess? I know Leela knows. Soft pitch. Leela, you can tell us.
Inviting somebody to sign up for something.
Yeah. Yeah. So a soft pitch just means you're not in their face with your product. You put it in the PS of your email, like you give them some information, and in the PS you might say, hey, and did you know you can work with me? And here are a few ways. You know, I do this and I do that, and I can offer you this or that. So that's one way to soft pitch. So the way you want to set up your autoresponders, I'm going to give you a little formula that you can use, and you can write that down now, and it'll really help you when you set up your autoresponders. So when someone signs up for your email list, doesn't matter where they're coming from and which product they are entering into. So whether it's my book, or whether it is my coaching program, or whether it is my show up program, they might sign up somewhere where I have a place for them to sign up. Your first email will be, thank you for joining. Welcome. I'm so happy you're joining me. I'm so happy to see you. And I can't wait to share more with you and learn more about you, right? So that type of thing. Just introduce yourself and say thank you for joining. Then your second communication, whether it's email, instant message, whatever it may be, you want to introduce yourself and tell a little bit about your background as a human being, person. Where am I from? Why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do I want to share what I have with you? Okay. And then email 3, you can talk about your business. What is it you're doing in your business and why? Give them some whys. Why am I doing what I'm doing in my business? And then in that third email, that's where you're going to add that PS. Hey, and by the way, did you know you could work with me? Here's how I'm available to you. Okay, so that's your first soft pitch. Then email number 4, you may share some success stories or testimonials. Like, hey, here's some people I worked with, and here's what they're saying about what we're doing or what we did and how it's helped them. So that will be email number 4. And then number 5 will be your offer. Then you can say to them, hey, so now you know more about me. You know me pretty well now. You've seen some success stories and testimonials. Here is what I have for you. And then you can start from, and you can And then you can just repeat the cycle. And that way, people really get to know you as they go through your cycle. And what Brianna also actually suggested is that you don't need more than 5 or maybe 10 emails in each funnel, sales funnel. But when you link them together, you keep corresponding with them. But with every funnel, they get to know you for something different that you're doing. Or you can just repeat your cycle and just come with new stories, new introductions, new success stories and testimonials. What do you think? Does that sound helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very helpful, especially as I've got some different things that I do, right?
Right. So for each different thing or each different product that you will have an email sequence that you put them through. Yeah. And so Leela says, thank you. Who am I? The business, testimonials, and then offer. She typed it out for you nicely there in the, thank you, Leela, in the comments. The other thing is, if you're going to do little mini funnels, sales funnels, let's say you're focusing on your high ticket offer. Like, this is my sales funnel for my high ticket offer. You can have multiple sales or email campaigns that you put together. I want to give you some ideas from mini funnels. So the main thing is to decide what you want to focus on in that specific autoresponder series that you're putting out. And then, of course, you can move people from one series to the next, that can be done automatically through the system that you're using. Or if you're using a limiting system like I'm at the moment, I would have to go in and say, okay, they're done with this funnel. I'll pop them into the next. But so you can focus on things like, okay, what are my expertise in one sales funnel? And then in the next sales funnel, maybe you can say to them, these are my latest products. So you use one just to focus on your latest products. Or you can go back to reminding them of your offers. And then there's also, you can remind them of other products and services, or you can just give them a chance to get to know you. Set up one autoresponder series, just telling them stories about you and your products and why you do what you do, right? So, and you can come up, so if you just have a focus for each campaign, then you can have multiple small mini funnels that maybe has 5 emails each. So you don't have these funnels that go on for, or these email autoresponder series that go on for 24 emails. And the other thing with that is if something goes wrong with the funnel, usually if it's that long, it's hard to figure out what the problem is. Where if you have small mini funnels that you can move them one to the next, it's easier to figure out if there's a problem in your emails, right? Sometimes technical problems come up or issues come up.
So Vanessa, would that include a blog or a newsletter as well?
Yes, so you can just know that if you have your blog or your newsletter, you're going to still probably need a way to get them connected to that. So your way to get them connected to reading your newsletter or your blog would be via email or instant message or, whatever, Facebook posts or Instagram posts. So you have to have a plan of how you lead them from the one to the next to the next. Make sense? Any questions about this? I know it's kind of, I threw it all at you very quickly. But I like to keep my calls succinct and I like to keep them short because everybody's got work to get back to. And maybe some of us want to go now and set up our autoresponder mini funnels. I know I'm burning to go and do mine and refine mine. But if you need any advice or suggestions on CRMs, because there's a lot of them out there, or different ways to create a funnel, let me know. And next week we can dive a little deeper into that and see what that would look like. And we could sit down. But in the meantime, if during the week you have questions, you can reach out to me, right? Are there any questions right now about, do you understand the difference between your product funnel or ladder and your sales funnel? Everyone get that?
I think so.
Are you
I think I need to see it. I need to kind of write it down and plan it out and get it in my head. I'm a very visual person.
Yeah. So
That'll
if you
help,
think of a funnel, thinking of how you lead people into that funnel, your sales funnel would have your products listed from the lowest priced one to the highest priced one. And then your sales funnel will be that email marketing campaign that I just talked about. Does that make sense, Laura?
Yeah, that's clearer, I think.
Yeah, I've seen some of it before. I mean, some of that training I got when I had joined Royalty, but
Right.
I don't use that platform anymore, and it's been a while. And I apologize for coming in late, but apparently I had the wrong link. I was on your old link and it was said, you have another meeting in progress.
I actually just canceled that Google notice because it is old and I didn't realize it was still going out. And
I have you saved in the computer. I have you saved as my favorites and I used that. And I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, okay, she's normally not late. So I went to Facebook and figured it out.
You're good. So Zoom with VanessaR.com.
Yeah. Well, it's like I told Marla, I do pretty good by learning by video, but I'm better when I'm hands-on with someone and can kind of talk things out and not just figure it by myself. Right. And since Marla uses MLSP and they have all this training and this whole weekend boot camp training thing, I'm like, okay, then let's just do that because at least I've got someone local here that can help. And
yeah, that's awesome, Laura.
I'm getting there.
Yay. Leela,
first day back in business. So yeah. Hey.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. Leela, did you have any questions or additions that you wanted to?
I think that's great. I mean, I think it's super simple, to set up like a 5 email sequence per product. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's why I wanted to come and share it today, because I thought even also, for the educators, if you have all your education programs and you just set up a little five email sequence for each one, you're not overwhelming people with stuff, but you're giving them all the information they need to want to invest in you.
So one last question, maybe yes. Lala can help me with that. So if we're crafting our specific offers, and I know this is very individual, so it would be something that you wouldn't do on a group, but I really need help in just sorting out exactly how to grade them, price them, and package them so that I can now finally get them out, because they have been in the oven for so long. They're literally like rusks.
And Leela is your girl. She's amazing at that.
Right. So I need to talk to
Can I give you one? I'll give you a couple things. One, you can message me. 2, I can send you a few free training. We can talk, but also I want to give like you and everybody this perspective. What if you start with 1?
Yep. Well, I got some stuff, but I just want to bounce it off somebody that's got an idea that can say, yeah, no, yes, no, that's too expensive, too cheap, which is probably the case. But, that's the case. That's what I want to just do is just have it board. Just sound off.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. That'd be awesome.
Fantastic. And that's why these calls are here, you guys, for us to mastermind, to connect, and to find the people that can help us best with what we need. Okay. And then I just want to put this out there for you guys, please. I'm going to have my next show program starting September 8th. So if you know anybody who can benefit from it, please put out the word. And if any of you want to retake, once you've taken it, you can come join back in for free. Okay, so September 8th will be the next round of the Show Up program. And I know Ms. Leela's
you have something put together for it, because I could put it up in the community and cocktails, the self-care chapter.
Absolutely. I will send that to you, Laura. And it will go out on social media later this week. So you can also share. Everybody share, please. Okay. All right. Before I say goodbye, because I have my video podcast with Ernie now at 2. Any last questions or requests? All right. I'm so happy to have you all here today, and I'll see you again 2 weeks from today, 1:30 p.m. you guys, and come with your questions, and I'll let you know what we will discuss next week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Or not next week, 2 weeks
2
from
weeks.
now. All right.
And thanks.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.